Hey folks, Vortex here and welcome to my review of the CCA Duo. And yeah, it's been quite a while since I've done a CCA kind of KZ product. And yeah, as usual, full disclaimers, I'd like to thank CCA themselves, well, KZ and CCA themselves, for sending me this unit, so thank you very much. I was not paid to do this video, nor thoughts and opinions are my own. And these are quite a different set. They are a dual DD set, and as you can see, 3D printed cavity. And they are tuned quite a bit different, so yeah, let's just get into it. So yeah, let's see what you get. So as you can see, irregular polygon design, which we'll check in a bit. So 3D printed cavity, again you'll see in a bit. High performance dynamic, we will see about that as well. Some bit of information there, So mine's the no mic version. So 18 ohm impedance, well, resistance sensitivity is 106. It's got big frequency response, plug type 3.5 as usual because they don't use balanced, and 0.75. It should be the usual QDC pattern, and dun dun dun. I've been using them over there, and bit of a slogan, and a really difficult one. So quick edit, and I'll open the case back. It's always difficult because they make it so it wedges in. So to open this up. Before I get to that, this is what they come with. Well, that's what they're like. So really nice build quality. So wait for it to focus. So you can see dual DDs. There's a vent there. You can just see there the actual ducting, the bores, whatever you want to call it. So very nice construction, to be honest, for what these are. I like them quite subtle in appearance. Obviously here's the other one, which is obviously no different. Yeah, very simple but very nice kind of build. So you can see that's a better look at the drivers. And yeah, they come with foams. So I think it's the first CCA. They come with foams. So here we go, that's what they look like. And here should be normal kind of tips. Yeah, so the normal tips there, so it should be small, medium and large. Bit of paperwork there, and let's see what cable you get. It's been a while since I've done a CCA. I think the last thing I did was a Joy Audio model, I think, so it's been a little bit of a while. And yeah, so normal cable from this. Yeah, so I'm going to spend some more time with them, graph them. And yeah, and I'll try and graft the foam tips as well to see what the difference is. Yeah, see you in the future. Yes, so welcome to my review section of the CCA Duo. Obviously this is the cable it comes with, but if you know KZ and CCA products, it's pretty normal. And that's just how they fit on it. Obviously this is pretty standard fare, as you can see. Yeah, and that's it. So let's take these off. So let's get into build kind of quality of these. I found them very good. So obviously like 3D printed, very nice piece of kind of design work. And these are around $39, but there's sometimes $10 off. So this might be a $29 product as well. So comfort on these I actually thought was decent. You can see they don't have that weird section here that might stick out. Yeah, I don't think there's too bad at all. Same for power and sensitivity. I had no issues again at all using these, and they also did come with the silicone tips and the foams. Obviously I'll talk about them in a bit, about the sound. Also with the foam tips, I don't know the longevity of them, so they may last you a long time, they may not last you a long time, I don't know. But yes, so stage on these was okay, imaging was okay as well. Resolution and details, again, I thought was decent on this set. The timbre on these are okay as well. Probably not perfect, but still pretty good, really. And yeah, so sound, because these are a bit different. So I'm overlay the graph now so you can have a look. And yeah, so quite a different tuning. So in the bass, and as you can see, I'll get to the treble with the foams, but bass on these is a little bit lighter than what I'm expecting. Normally a lot of KZ models and CCI models are very bass heavy. These aren't that. These sound, because of that, these actually sound quite clean. They do have some bass impact, but they're not bass heavy. There is I'd say enough kick. I prefer, as you say, I listen to a lot of electronic music, and I want a bit more of a low end. But it's good to see that these are tuned differently, and it does sound cleaner in the lower frequencies. And I appreciate that. I don't know what they've done with the tuning, so like which DD does which, but yeah, obviously you can always EQ it up as well, so it's not too bad at all. So mid-range, I found it very clear. You can set male vocals can sound a bit thin, but female vocals are not too bad. Very clear mid-range, and yeah, not much to say. It does what you're supposed to, and it's not V'd like recessed like normal CCA and KZ models. So yeah, not too bad at all. So far so good. So treble on these. So as you can see, I've graphed it with both the silicone tips provided, mediums, and the foam tips. So basically, the foam tips are a slightly smoother experience. Is probably the quickest way to do it. I preferred it with the foam tips, to be honest. But again, as a negative on these, they are a little bit forward, as you can see, up just to that 3K. Now, if these was gradual from, like the 2000 to like 3.5, like it was a gradual gain, these would have been really good. Now, I found that part a little bit forward for what I prefer. But what you gain from that, they are very clear. Very, not what I expected. They sound really kind of, the detail, like the presentation of the sound is very clear. It all depends on what you listen to, and obviously EQ as well. But I actually did like these. I like that the tuning's different. And what they've done with the 2DDs is actually quite good. Now, if somebody gave me these and said, like, try this model, I'd have expecting these to cost more than the $29, $39 kind of price. So yeah, they've actually done quite a good job. Technical performance on these is actually very good. Instrument separation again is all very good. Everything's very clear, crisp. They're quite a crisp set, these are. Now, as negatives, I'd say I'm not too keen on the 2.5K or 2.7K or whatever it is. I wish it was a bit smoother there, but apart from that, it's not too bad really. And it can be a little bit fatiguing, but it all depends on your genres. Yeah, so conclusion. Do I recommend the CCA Duo? Yes. It is tuned a bit different. The sheer performance on these, I think, is actually very good. It's also, again, you can see there, it's a different set. Nice build. It's good to include foams. I don't know how long they'll last. That'd be a mystery. Obviously, it comes with the usual cable and the tips. Yeah. For me personally, what I prefer is a little bit more low end. Not that much more, just a little bit more. And that's slightly smoother, lower treble. And apart from that, I'm quite happy with these. They are a good detailed set. They sound more... The tuning, the sound... So for what you're paying, basically, they sound more expensive than what you're paying. From my opinion, that is. But yeah, not a bad set. But again, for me personally, for what I like, slightly smoother lower treble, and a little bit more bass really. Not necessarily sub bass, but the lower mid range where it goes into the bass. Probably a bit more there to give it a bit more impact. But yeah, not a bad set. So I'll probably end it there. If you're not into particular, please do let me know in the comments. I've got the KZ Krilla next to do, which is got tuning filters, so it's a bit more complicated. And yeah, see you in the next video.